Well, hey there. I've got an enormous burrito in my hand. I've got a cup of coffee, and that means it must be Saturday and time for some yard sales. We've got a community yard sale in my neighborhood today. I was actually out there yesterday, and in 2 hours spent $100 and found stuff worth about $500. You'll see that at the end of this video. Unfortunately, I don't know how I do this so regularly. I deleted all the footage. I was trying to get rid of some old stuff on the GoPro, and I deleted everything from yesterday. So you won't be seeing any of that, but we'll get some more footage today. We're gonna roll through the community yard sale again. A lot of the folks that were at work yesterday will be out today. It doesn't actually start for about 25 minutes. And here in Florida, when people say they're starting at 8, they're starting at 8. I mean, it doesn't seem to happen at 7:30. So we'll roll through, we'll see if we find anything early. If we do, we'll stop. Of course, if not, we'll move on and maybe come back a little later. Got a couple other community yard sales on the map today, and this should be a productive day. We're being threatened with a little bit of rain, but I don't think it's gonna start until later. And again, we're gonna go out, we're gonna have a good time, and well, we're gonna make some money. See you later.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay. So this is,
Jesus.
Thank you.
Go shoot any of that clothing over there is $2.
Okay.
If you want it for $1, take it. Okay, and then there's shirts, and they're dry wicking shirts. Some of the price are issued. All right, fantastic. I'll give you a clean ship. That one there blocks the wind like you won't believe. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Look online what they are. And look at prices, please. Thank you. Those were my shirts. I lost so much weight because
Diabetes.
I had to wear wraps the rest of my life. And I came home.
Shit, you can't even call that new.
Okay.
It's just freaking.
Any of that stuff's $1 a piece.
No. He's out 3 years now already. Crazy, yeah. No, he's home. Yep.
20 miles for Simple Coffee. Appreciate
You
your
too.
service.
Thank you for your service.
How you doing? Good. Is this where all the good stuff is?
I hope so.
Me too, because it ain't been anywhere else.
Are a lot of people selling, or?
Yeah. Just these new communities are typically not a lot of good stuff. Found there was a good one down the road, except the guy wanted full retail on everything he had.
Really?
And that ain't why I go to garage sales.
Yeah.
So, getting rid of the fish tank.
Yeah, that's we had this stuff for a while. We haven't had fish in a while, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to put a saltwater tank together. We found, I can't remember what it was, but something we found actually in the ocean.
Really?
Sea slug. Kept it alive for a few weeks, and then it just kind of dissolved into the water.
Wow.
My daughter had named him Little Guy. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah. You got any golf clubs, old video game stuff, baseball bats, tennis rackets, anything like that? Okay. Okay. Just thought I'd ask since I was here.
Yeah.
Good luck. Have you had some business today?
Yeah. Early,
Good.
like first thing this morning. I mean, usually you get people out here. Everybody wants to buy everything in bulk, and so they can sell it somewhere else.
Yep. Well, good luck.
Oh, thank you.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. What you got for me?
Custom or pre-produced cork coasters.
Those are kind of cool. I don't have any use for them.
Well,
but
we
they're
do,
cool. Yeah.
We do anything. I mean, I can do signs, plaques, all kinds of things.
We don't even use coasters.
No.
Those are cool though. This small business you got?
Yeah, just starting up.
Yeah. Some online someplace? Or
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Just kind of doing it all around. So see
cool.
what I can do. I figured people in the neighborhood, we
Set up
put them
and see
out
what
and
they're-
see
yeah,
if people are
yeah.
interested.
I got as much use for your stuff as I do for everything else I've seen here today. So
Good luck out there.
have a good one.
I'm just trying to put everything where.
Well, that was officially one of the top 10 worst community yard sales I have ever been to. In fact, it ain't even close to the top, at the bottom of that list. It is close to the top. It sits in position, I think, 2 or 3, which makes sense. I mean, heck, I was due. The last 2 that I've been to have been in the top 10 that I've ever been to. So, you know, no big whoop. It's 9:15 in the morning. We're still likely to have a good day. We've got another community yard sale that we're headed to now. We're about 20 minutes away. And hopefully everything won't be gone when I get there. I think that last one, I missed the one opportunity out there. There were some golf clubs that apparently went before they even opened. Sounds like they had some good ones. There was one sale that had anything that I would actually even consider buying. They were all priced retail. Looked like a collector shop that was closing down. I kind of thought that might happen before I even went when I put this one on the list. I put it on the list because it's, well, not terribly far from home, but it's a new community. And it ended up being a lot of what I expected. Not a lot at any of the yard sales. These folks haven't been accumulating for a long time. And a lot of first-time home buyers, a lot of very young folks that were actually, you know, just getting rid of the baby stuff. So anyway, that happens, and we'll move on to the next one, and hopefully we'll add to yesterday's haul by a bit and turn this into a really good weekend, and we will see you at the next one.
Where are you going, Missy?
Oh,
Just to the grocery store.
How much for the video game stuff?
Beat PlayStation 2, and now they will video games. Did you see the games in there?
I didn't look at them real close, no. It's kind of... I don't like bending over that long.
I hear you. There's, I think there's a lot of games in here. What's this? They're probably $1,000 worth of video games, you know. Kids
maybe in some. I don't know, not American dollars.
No. Here's an Xbox too. I didn't even see that in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Make an offer.
You don't want me to make an offer? I'm cheap.
Me too.
I mean, it's, I mean, I don't know if any of the stuff works. If
It does work. I'm sure it does.
Well,
I know. What you mean.
And I know you.
I don't know. I shouldn't say that. You know,
No.
this is Central America.
How much for the mirrors?
Bought this when
Let me go get, I'm sorry. Andrew, look at the dress on her. She loves that dress. This lady right here wants the mirror. She's looking at the mirror. What mirror?
Very good. Take two of them.
Jen, I love it. That would be definitely. That I would wear this. Right? You could wear that just out to going down the beaches. Like a pair of sandals like you have on.
I'm here. How are you?
He did not. He was trying to tell me that there's $1,000 worth of games in there, and there's not 20.
Do you have an offer? I know. It's hard.
It's hard for me to buy it and sell it. You know,
Right.
so that's.
All right, you don't want it? All right. Bye-bye.
Devin,
Yes, darling.
do you and Andrew want sandwiches?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to order?
Um, 36 ways, I think.
Hey, trouble.
I'd be around $10 on the box.
Okay.
No, I mean the games are worth nothing. They're not worth. The games aren't worth $20. The machines don't have cords with them. I've got to buy. They don't have controllers. I'd have to buy controllers and cords and everything to make them work.
I have them all too up in my condo, but I didn't bring them down.
Yeah, and
Your wife can come too.
I mean, so I've got to put, to make that worth anything, I've got to put another $40 or $50 into it. And so, I mean,
Yeah,
like I
agree.
said, I could do 10 on that. That's about it. It's,
I'll do 15, that's it.
Oh, go for it.
and I'm frankly stretching a bit at 10. If the games, if the games, well, I don't know what GameStop will do, but I don't think they'll give you much at all for those, because, well, maybe they've got the stuff available right there to test them. See, because I don't even know if that PS2 powers on. The Xbox has so little. I mean, that Xbox is like 4 generations old now, and there's
It's
no
an old one, I know.
and there's no collector's market on it.
Not yet. 100 years from
If
now.
there was going to be a collector's
Yeah.
market, there would be
That's true.
already. That, you know, the other similar age systems have a collector's market.
That's true.
That doesn't.
Some old apples too
It's-
now.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know about apples.
Yeah.
The last good thing that Apple did was the US Festival in 1983.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. They have, as far as I'm concerned, they haven't done anything good since then.
Jeez.
Could you do 12 on it? I'm trying to, you know.
All right. I'll do 12 on it.
I'm trying to buy it, but
All right. All right.
Okay.
My son gets upset. Tough luck. You snooze, you lose.
Well, I say that just not a lot of value there. Unfortunately, I wish there was, but thank you.
Oh.
How you doing? I'm good. Looks like everybody beat me to this place.
No, I don't have much left. If
Yeah,
you need a
good for you.
really good tool set,
I don't.
we're getting it shut.
How much you looking for on those?
I had 20 on there. There's 3 of them in there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, even the 3 of them aren't worth.
No. I have
Not to me. They will be to somebody. Well, that was not one of the top 10 worst community yard sales ever, but it was awfully close. In fact, if it hadn't been for that video game lot that I picked up that has some potential but may be worthless, it would be on those top 10 lists. We kind of went from one extreme to the other, where the other one was new homeowners and a lot of baby stuff. This one was older folks that sold all their good stuff before they moved to Florida. And now they're selling off the rest of their good stuff before, well, they move on one more time. Still, nice place to drive around. I mean, goodness me, I think I got some footage that I'm going to show you here driving next to the ocean across one of my favorite bridges in an area that I fish a lot. Yeah, it's one of the things I really enjoy about living in the St. Augustine area, and it makes me happy to have access to that stuff. So we are headed to one last community yard sale. We got to get there about 10 past 11. It supposedly closes down at noon. Probably most of the good stuff will be gone, though this is in a little more normal sort of area. I think it's a pretty new community, but given the general area, I would expect it to be a little higher economic level and probably have more stuff. Though, again, a lot of that's probably gone by the time I get there, and we may strike out again. But we're going to give it another swing. This is part of what you do when you're doing this. You keep taking swings till you hit, and sometimes you just strike out all day long. But most of the time, you're making some money. I mean, worst case scenario today, I've made probably $50 to $100, and there's a real chance that I've made a couple of hundred already on really a very bad day. But we'll know about all that later, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video, and we'll see you in a bit. Good. How y'all doing? Good. Been having fun?
Yeah.
Good. Picking up already, huh?
Just, yeah, about that time.
Yeah.
Was there anything in particular you were looking for?
Stuff. You got any old video game stuff? Golf clubs? Baseball bats? Tennis
Yeah,
rackets?
everybody already got all that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been behind everybody today. I started in the wrong place apparently.
Yeah.
So. No, I started down south in St. Augustine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is the next day, and we are back from Saturday and, well, Friday garage sales. It was an interesting weekend. Went out on Friday 2 hours in a community garage sale in my community, so it was very easy to get to. I had a 10 o'clock conference call I needed to be on, so I didn't have much time, but I scurried around the neighborhood and did quite well. You'll see that the results of that later. Then we went out on Saturday. I had 3 community yard sales on my map. I managed to make 4 community yard sales and found almost nothing. Probably the worst day of community yard sales that I've ever experienced. A couple of the 10 worst community yard sales I've ever seen. And we'll show you what we found there. we get to the end here, we'll show you what everything was worth and how much money we made over the weekend. It actually turned out to be a pretty good weekend, I think. I don't know. I haven't actually totaled things up yet. But again, Friday was very good. So let's get into it here. Now, you will see this negotiation a little later in this video, assuming, of course, that I was recording properly. You know me with my technical difficulties. It started off with the guy telling me that there was $1,000 worth of video games in that box. Well, there's those $1,000. I don't think those were $1,000 new. Right now, I'll be generous and I'll give them $50 in value. You see, these 5 don't have a box with them. They are actually in reasonably good shape for having just been tossed in a box. I haven't actually looked into these up here. But again, not a lot of titles that, well, excite me to start with. But anyway, there's 10 of them there. There'll be a little value. We'll call it 50 for right now. I think that's being generous, but it may pan out. Another thing in that box was this Xbox, which he swore worked. You know, I tend to believe folks. I shouldn't. This Xbox does not work, but I ended up paying $12 for the whole thing. And, well, this will sell for about $15 even not working. Another thing in that same box was this PS2, and thank goodness it worked, because this kind of saved the whole deal. Well, I mean, for $12, how wrong could I go anyway? But this has been tested. It does work. I do need to get a power cord and a AV cord and a controller. That is on its way, actually. But when that is put all together, this will go for about 90 to 100 bucks. And that makes that $12 money well spent. Well, I also picked up this Wilson Pro Staff 4.5 SI tennis racket and case. The case is pretty rough, but it has protected that tennis racket, which is pretty nice. I paid $3 for this. That ought to bring about $25 with the case, even though the case isn't all that nice. And, well, that is it for Saturday. The whole thing. All of it. I can't believe we did that little. Again, fortunately, we had Friday to go with too. But it isn't always great out there. It usually is, but not always. Let's go ahead and get into Friday now. You see another PS2 up there, don't you? I picked up 3 of those in the last 2 weeks. Picked up one Saturday. I picked up one Friday. Again, this one has been tested. It does work. And again, it'll bring about $100 once we put a power cord and a controller and an AV cable with it. We paid $5 for that, and it will again bring about $100. Well, then we've got this Magellan GPS. It's in good shape. It has not been tested. It's not worth as much as I thought it would be. These that are in good shape tend to go for some money. I paid $3 for it. We'll get about $25 once we get that tested, assuming it works. Well, this was kind of interesting. These people sold me their Wii. Doesn't look like a Wii to me. Obviously, that's a GameCube. It may not be working. I'm not certain. I put an old disc in there that I've got. It would not spin the disc, but I think it might be because the disc is so scratched up it doesn't recognize it. You can actually hear it spinning. It won't read. I've ordered another disc, a cheap one. We'll see if it actually works. That was $7 for that. And they threw these Wii games in because, well, you know, those go well with the GameCube. So anyway, we've got the 3 for the Guitar Hero there. Those will pair up very nice. Those will probably bring about $40 between those. Just Dance, I think I've got another Just Dance to pair that with, to lot that up with. By itself, I don't think it's going to have any value, but put together something else, it's probably got about $10 to $15 for the 2 of them. Well, of course, it wouldn't be yard sales if I wasn't picking up golf clubs. And this week was no exception, at least on Friday. We've got this Nike Oz putter. The comps are really all over the place on this, anywhere from around $30 to $80. This seems to be in good shape. There's a bunch of black muck on this. It seems to be tar. I think that'll all come off. Other than that, it does seem to be in good shape. Except, heck, maybe I'm missing something because I'm focused so much on that black stuff. Either way, even if this is only worth 30 bucks, It's still a tidy little profit. It's a $20 bill. We are going to assume it's worth about 50 right now, though. Then we had this thing. What the heck is it? It's a golf club, all right. I don't know that I've ever put iron covers on golf clubs before. I'm glad somebody did, though, because I took that off, and look what we've got. We've got a nice Titleist Vokey, spin milled. It's in very good shape. Nice soft metal on that. Somebody's going to like that club. We paid $5. That's going to be worth about 50. All right, well, this one I like a lot. TaylorMade R11S. It's a 9-degree club. It is a stiff shaft. It is dirty but in good shape, and it comes with a head cover. The head cover's in good shape. They were asking $15 for it. I lotted this and a couple others together. I got them for about $10 each. Got a couple of hats with it too. You'll see those here in just a little bit. As soon as that one will sell, I think, pretty quickly. We just need to get it listed, which we will later today, and that'll turn over. Well, we've got another driver here. This is the TaylorMade R11, not the R11S. A little different. I imagine this one must be a little earlier model. We've got the head cover again. This head cover is not in as good a shape. This driver is cleaner, but I think they're probably in similar shape. 10.5 degree regular flex, probably a bigger market for this than the other one, but the other one is going to be a rarer club. This one will go for about $70 when all is said and done, and again, we paid $12. The comps on this one are a little all over the place. This is another TaylorMade. It's an RBZ this time, 10.5 degree. It's a stiff shaft, kind of an interesting combination, I suppose. Again, with the head cover. Head cover's in good shape this time. You can see it's dirty. It needs to be cleaned, but that's going to be true of pretty much any white club. I don't like those. That could be scrapes right there. That could be a bad sign. That could devalue it a bit. You can see it's still got the shaft sticker on it. I don't know why folks leave those on, except they're... I almost forgot about this. This is the Dance Dance Revolution Hottest Party Package. I have not even opened this up. It was a part of that lot that had the GameCube and the other games in it. I do see Just Dance may go with that well. I'm not really sure. This one, if it's complete, will be worth about $20, and well, heck, it was free. If it's not complete, we'll probably just donate it to Goodwill. Well, there you have it. It was a good weekend. Of course, I got a little excited after Friday, hoping that we'd do a whole lot better for the weekend. But the weather was nice, and we had fun driving along. Got to get out by the ocean. And I mean, these are some of the things that make life nice. When we put the numbers together, we spent, well, on Saturday, we spent $30 and got about $190 worth of stuff, which is not fantastic for a Saturday. Typically, I like to be about $150 spent and about $750 worth of stuff. On Friday, though, we spent $68 and got $660 worth of stuff. That means for the weekend, we only spent $98. I like that. Well, actually, I like to spend a lot more than that because it means more profit. But we brought in $850 with that $98. When we take the eBay fees out of that, we're left with about $723. Take that $98 in expenses out of there, we're left with about $625 for the weekend, and that is a good weekend. We're looking to do a little better than that, but we certainly won't complain. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you like this sort of thing, if you enjoyed this, if you made it this far, for crying out loud, please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, bring them along, and go out and enjoy the weekend. Go out and enjoy the week. Bear down.